Screen share. We're going to
maybe straighter now.
Okay, but I can't see me. Select a window. Share screen. There we go. So we are from the beginning. There we go. All right, we are here. Okay, I'm going to get started. Yay! All right, so you can see this. We are live. We're live here and on Facebook. So either one. All right, so let's get started because we only have an hour to lunch and learn. So you can see that I'm ready for the boot camp. This is just like a little preview. So really we're going to be going over 5 secrets to being an awesome entrepreneur, right? How you can quickly and easily create that. So think about this. Before you create any offer, know your basic reasons why, who, how, and what. So what is the offer? Why create the particular offer? Why set the particular price point? What are you aiming to attract? And what is the big benefit for this particular offer give you? And how is it going to work? That's what you want to think about. Before we do anything, we want to think strategic. And when we think strategic, you start out with the end in mind. So a lot of times authors will just say, I want to write a book. I want to get this message out here. I want to let the world know what it is that I'm going to do. Well, before you do that, let's think strategy. And that's what this particular slide is about. Got to stay hydrated. Okay. So product creation, besides the book, which we have, the book is good. You have the book, but now we're going a little bit further. The book is your business. You're an entrepreneur, you're authorpreneur because you have a book. So for each offer you create needs to be priced accordingly at very specific criteria. Who is your ideal market? What can it handle? All right. So no sense in creating a $20,000 program and you know your market can only handle $1,000, right? Know your ideal client and what they expect. That's really, really important. Because if you don't know your ideal client, you're just talking to someone that has someone who has no idea what you're talking about. So you want to make sure that you're doing that. The other thing is your reason for offering it. For example, are you hoping to increase visibility, generate quick cash? What is the reason why you're having the offer? And the other thing, where does it fit in with your sales funnel, which we talked about last teleclass, right? The whole sales funnel piece. So you want to make sure that you're talking about your sales funnel. The other thing is, how do you position it in your community and what are your motives? And that's what you think about when you look at your product creation strategy. How is it positioned within your community? We talked about that in the Pam Perry mentoring group about creating a community. So you want to make sure that you are doing that, because if you don't have a community, then you're just kind of like, you don't really have a market. So why do products? And we're talking about low-end products, not cheap products, but low-end. They're ideal for quick cash generation, create constant cash flow for passive income, and getting people to try out your offerings. So say, for instance, one of the things that you can be a speaker and an author, and that's your main thing. You speak and you travel, you speak, and you have a book. And you sell the book at the back of the room. And maybe sometimes you push people to Amazon to buy the book. But then there's other things that people will need from you, that can generate passive income. And that's one of the things that for anyone who's in business, there's a lull. So maybe you have a $10,000 month, and then you may not have anything for several months. So what is it that you're going to do in the interim? And that's what this whole course is really about, the Authorpreneur Bootcamp. So the thought behind this is that low off-end products really don't mean low quality. Really, they're really, the thing should be that they're low end but high quality. Things that you know that's in your brain that you're sharing with the world. A low end offer should be something that is drop dead easy for you to create. All right. And that's one of the things that you want to do. So number one, ebooks. Ebooks are very, very low end and easy to create. All right. Ebooks are one of the things that people really, really love to do. So it's a signature ebook that makes a great taste of what your coaching philosophy is. And just so that you know, entrepreneurs, speakers, coaches, that's primarily the target market that I'm speaking to. These are people that are experts. They're subject matter experts. They have a lot of criteria, a lot of, they have a lot of experience in a certain area. So because they have experience in a certain area, they can coach on it, right? They actually are a consultant. They are a person that speaks on it. They write on it. They are the container of all this information. So what is your philosophy? What is your method? And what are the results? So books allow author really instant expert status. I always say that author is the authority. You know, the word authority has the word author in it. So it makes you an instant expert when you sit down and pen a book. And one of the things too is you want to know that a physical copy of your book can be used as a gift or bonus when you purchase other. Let's double check this. Aha, there we go. Hi. I am live, and those that were with me on Facebook Live know that I've done about 7 minutes where it was only on me, it wasn't public. That's okay. The replay will be in the coaching program. The other part, even talking about, go back here. The step one was the ebooks. So a signature ebook gives a great taste of your philosophy, your coaching, your methods, your results. It really gives you that expert authority. The word authority has the word author in it. A physical copy of the book can be used as a gift or a bonus for those who purchase other higher end products, or your gift can be used for a lead gen. We call lead generation, or promote it as a gift. You can also see how I do that as well by using Aweber. It's very simple to do when you do it as a part of your automation system. All of this, it should be automated. It should not be hard work. And you can use your book to get speaking gigs at local or national events, online and offline. All right. Ebooks, one of the easiest way to do an ebook is to do CreateSpace. It's one of the fastest way to do it. Or you can use Ingram Smart, which is part of the Ingram published distributor. And you can also get that into libraries as well. You can't really get Amazon CreateSpace into libraries, and that's because it's owned by Amazon. Bookstores and libraries don't like Amazon. They took their business. The other thing, you can position your book as a beginner's guide too, right? The whole series of the Dummy's Guide or the Idiot's Guide, those are so popular because people really are looking for just a beginner's, that level one, the 101. Whatever your area of coaching is, whatever area of speaking is, it can use your prime or your best potential for your clients to weed out those who don't want to go the distance. So for me, I did my first ebook product was 115 PR tips on how to brand your ministry. And I did roughly within like a year or so, I did like 5,000 copies of that book, right? And basically I gave a lot of them out for free, but it was a step one, like 101. Now, a few of those people did come back and say, a lot of the churches, a lot of mega churches work with me. I had one pastor say, you know, he's a mega church here in Detroit. He says, oh my God, he says, this ebook right here is just worth $10,000 by itself. And it was just little quick snippets of things that 115 PR tips on how to brand your ministry really just show people how the things that they can do. And that was just in a tip booklet. Then they go on, they hire for higher end things where they actually have me as a consultant for a year. Ebook can also create a resource or a tool for those who are already skilled in an area of expertise. Okay, so you can also, it doesn't have to be the beginning, but it's also like other things that people need beyond the 101. You know, it's a resource tool. I have a lot of checklists, ebooks and things. I have the Synergy Energy book, which really lays out a program within the book, and I use it as a program of how to really market your book over a year. And then also too, you can also teach one simple specific thing that relates to your area of coaching. For example, a writing coach could write a book showing how to do one task that all writers need. She wrote a book on, Susan May wrote a book on 5 easy steps of writing your scene and your story hook, you know, and that's just one particular ebook where it just, I buy that ebook, I read it on my device, you know, I read it on my device, and that's 5 easy steps. And also too, it could be your signature book. You know, obviously Stephen Covey's famous classic book of the 7 Habits of Highly Successful People. From there, he became the Authorpreneur star darling, right? That was his signature book. Or you can write an ebook as a sequence of books. For instance, I have one client that actually wrote a series of books called Give God the Glory. Kevin Johnson. Kevin did that. He wrote 8 books in a series. And they were on, you know, give God the glory at work, give God the glory in your family, give God the glory in your marriage. So they were all done under one particular thing. So once people buy one, they buy another, they buy another. And that's really smart for an entrepreneur to do. So step 2 is planners and workbooks. A lot of people love planners and workbooks. This is one of the things that I have is called the sales. Can you read? Is it reading backwards? The sales planner funnel. So planners and workbooks are really, you know, when you could take your workshops, your webinar courses, you know, from good to great. So basically a lot of them are useful tools for your information to take it from theory to practical. People love practical, right? It's like, okay, you tell me all this theory about what I can do, but what is it that I am doing? So here's a quick way to create high value, low end product. record a video or webinar like I'm doing here. Hey. Include a workbook or checklist like this. This is the workbook. This is the planner. And then sell to your clients, you know. And one of the things too is that you can actually put all of your materials for that, which I do. Every week I do a teleseminar, and I continually put this into the mentoring program. So all of the series, all the videos, all the teleclasses, all the planners, all the checklists are in the Pam Perry Mentoring Group. And so you could go there, pamperrymentoring.com, and kind of see how it's set up, but also too, it'll teach you, if you're an entrepreneur, speaker, or coach, of how to really leverage your brand and do it that way. So planners and workbooks, one of the things is that I love planners and workbook. And then one of the things that all of the clients in there, they said, Pam, I just, you know, you give so much information. I just need it in bite-sized chunks, because we are in information overload. There's a lot of information. So you can use a planner, a checklist, a worksheet, or workbooks to add value to the coaching. So when I have people in the boot camp, and it's a lot of information coming at you. It's like, yeah, you got this boot camp. But really, it's one of the ways where you can then take your information and break it down, because you know it so well. You know how to really deliver it in a way that's structural for whoever is wanting to learn it. So you create a training library in my monthly membership, which I do in the Pam Perry Mentoring Group, or you can actually use it, like I said, in a lead page where you actually could grow your mailing list. So if you go to pamperrypr.com/resources, you'll see how to use lead pages. Lead pages is phenomenal. It is one of the things. There's a lot of different ones. There's ClickFunnels, there's ConvertKit, there's just a ton of them, but I like lead pages. And you can promote your lead pages through Facebook ads, all right? So planners and workbook can also speed up the type of content creation and even more using a limited license or PLR designed specifically for coaches. So one of the things that PLR is private label resources, which is one of the things that we teach in our mentoring program and in the Authorpreneur Bootcamp. Then e-courses. There's e-courses, right? Oh, love e-courses. So e-courses are really a quick way to give the content away to clients. You know, you have you give courses, and B, then it leads into coaching clients. So you have an e-course, you have an ebook, and then it leads maybe into a group coaching program, which is what the Authorpreneur Bootcamp is really all about. Then which eventually leads to one-on-one coaching. So e-course is part of that sales funnel. It's just one example. It's focused on really your own information. The sales funnel planner, this one here is used so that you can actually know how to plan out what different products that you need, all right? More information. It tells you what kind of graphics you need to use, how to really promote it, what checklists you need, what kind of additional resources that you need to put it together, whether you need to upsell or downsell. So all of that is in like a e-course, all right? The other thing that talks about recurring revenue. It's one of the things that smart entrepreneurs, the word preneur, right, from entrepreneur, talks about is recurring revenue. And one of the things is that clubs, membership sites, closed groups, on-demand, any of those type of things that are automated, meaning that they are set up one time, and then no matter what area people come in, they will still get the information. So for me, Pam Perry Mentoring Group, people come in, they stay in there for 6 months. They can either pay monthly or pay more all at one time, $197 for the whole 6 months or $37 a month. They come into the membership site, they get all of the information, or they could be a part of a closed group. A closed group could be something that is within your Facebook group, where people are just only in that group, and it's like, well, if you want to be a part of my private group, you could be in that. Or you can have an on-demand webinars, meaning that they go to like a lead page, they click it one time, they buy an on-demand course, say it's $497. It's in different modules. That's a course that they have. You create it one time, over and over again, it's delivered. The only thing you have to do is then promote it, right? And you can also do different challenges, 30 days or 60 days. So for me, I'm doing like the 4-week boot camp, Entrepreneur Boot Camp. And that's really like a 4-week or a 30-day challenge, right? So that's really one time that I'm doing it for 4 weeks. Then I can run it another 4 weeks and another 4 weeks, and that so on and so on. But you can store all your content on what I call like in your membership site, right? And that's where for the Pam Perry mentoring, people go into Pam Perry PR Coach, and they actually have their own login name. They have their own password. Reoccurring revenue, like I said, the coaching program, you know, one of the things that we do with them is that we have these calls once a month, and we actually deliver the call out to the group, right? We give them the recording, we give them the notes, we give them the PowerPoint, we give them all of those things because it's once a month, but then they also are within the membership site as well. You don't have to join, you know, one of the things I love about it is that you're giving good content, but you're also really making sure that within that group that it's not burning you out. So it's not individually to say 50 people. It's all within those groups. You know, a little branding, customization, you can put your own twist on the material, but you can conserve all your energy for the one-on-one, which I do one-on-one coaching. And I also do speaking from time, you know, in public places as well. But the group coaching is that you actually are delivering the content, but it's very easy for you to do because you're doing it in a group setting. So number 5, other ways to sell low-end products. This is a sample of like a CD, but it's also just an audio MP3 as well. But it's a MP3, what every Christian author should know, how to position your value in the marketplace, how to highlight your unique selling point, how to establish your writing career and attract media, how to attract your core target audience and garner readers and more. So that basically is like we help you brand like a superstar. So that is one low-end product, but it's high-end value because of what it's sharing. But how it was actually created was through an MP3, through a podcast. So other ways you can use low-end products and use them as upsells or downsells to your main offer, or even use them with free webinars. So one of the things you want to make sure that you gain a reputation for always over-delivering. And if you saw my email I sent out not yesterday, but the day before, and I had 2 testimonials that were just unsolicited, one from Bob and one from Jimna. And they were saying that, you know, Pam Perry puts money in your pocket. She is a person that will connect you to the right resources at the right time so that you can have the right things going on. And Jimna said the same thing. She says, everything that you say, Pam, that we do, it has worked. And she says, I've been doing my podcast now for 8 years, and it has gotten me on the Steve Harvey show and in different places in terms of the media. And it was unsolicited. And it was like, that's just what I do. That's just my gift. I love helping people and giving, over delivering information. And one-on-one, group, you know, it doesn't matter. So other low-end products that you can use from your book, obviously, you have a book series, which I said was very, very smart. Kevin Wayne Johnson did that. Could do reports, white paper reports are very, very good. People love reports, especially if you are a high end in terms of really delivering a lot of information in terms of data that you've collected. Break it down into reports, not one big report, not one big report, but break them out into little reports. Many courses, you know, course creation. In the Authorpreneur Bootcamp, I'm going to have Michelle Price. She's going to be delivering information on how she creates courses. She's worked with John Abstract and she's worked with Jack Canfield, delivering courses for them in terms of taking their book and materials and actually putting the strategy together in terms of how to deliver a course. She's got certified in structural design and how to put things together, which is what they call a black belt, not in karate, but a black belt in terms of structural design and designing courses. She's going to be a part of that to show people how to actually, she says she can take anybody's book and figure out how to make at least 4 or 5 different courses out of the book. Then there's mini courses. Obviously, there's worksheets, workbooks, action plans, templates. All of those are in the mentoring program. All of them. Those are examples of things that you can use. The other thing you could do is to make sure that high value products build up a solid following. So one of the things you want to make sure is that you buy you know, that people buy and buy again consistently from you, because you want to make sure that you're using your products to build up your following, your tribe. Other ways you can use it is to plan low-end products to automate reoccurring income generation. So one of the things that you want to do is always stock products in other networks. You can go to ClickBank, Amazon, eJunkie. So once you create a product, you want to make sure that it can be bought in other places and then also become an affiliate product for other people to sell. So for me, when I did the PR bootcamp, I actually had it on eJunkie, where people can actually offer that particular thing as an affiliate to their tribe. So they may not be an expert in PR, but they said, you know what, I learned from a PR coach. Here's her series. I recommend this. And then when they get it, they get actually $25 every time someone else buys it from them. All right. I get paid and they get paid. So that's one of the other ways to use it. Another way is to brand your product so there's a strong element of repetition. Like I said, Kevin Wayne Johnson did Give God the Glory series. Writing for the Lord is his brand, and he speaks on that. And actually, it's one of the things where, depending on it, give God the glory at work, your family, so he could then speak on different topics of that. He did 8 different ones. Other ways that you could do low-end products is really to make sure that you are doing a blog about your low-end product, right? You want to make sure that you're doing that. You want to create a Facebook post talking about one aspect of your product. You want to link back, obviously, to the post in the blog, and then check your Facebook page's insights to see which posts are really generating the views and the shares. And then create an ad. You know, you got to pay to play with Facebook right now, so you want to create an ad this links back to your social post that contains a link to the blog post. So the whole point of it is you got a blog, right? You got a blog. So consider other targets and customers. So for me, my targets are entrepreneurs, authors, speakers, coaches. The whole thing being in business for yourself. So you are an infopreneur. You're a person that really has a lot to share. You've created this whole platform for yourself. So consider your target and your clients. The less social proof you have, the less credentials, TV appearance, the more you need to let people know to get to know you. So that's why you create these products. And that where the low-end products really rise to the occasion, consider all the high-end. Consider also that for every high-end client who is going to sign up with you, they may be missing thousands of low-end clients. So when I say low-end, those that are really taking the sampling. Think of Costco. So you go through Costco and you say, would you like to sample this? Would you like to sample that? And of course, you're going to try it. Yeah, I'll try it for free. But then at a certain point in time, you say, that was kind of pretty good. You go back and you buy it once. And so every time maybe you go back to Costco, you've bought it over and over again. You know, so that one little sample they gave out for free actually ended up netting thousands of Costco over the years because of that one sample. The same example. So one of the things you want to do, consider your target customers and clients. Identify your exact low-end target market. Identify the exact reasons why you want to buy that low-end product, including the specific problem, because we talked about that with the sales funnel last week, that makes this product the best solution for her right now. All right. And the specific of the big benefit of investing in your product will bring. You know, because people buy not necessarily a product, they buy what the product will bring. What is the benefit to them? So you want to make sure you're doing that. So how to quickly and easily build your 6-figure low-end product suite. So one of the things, this is a telesummit that I was on with the young lady and Robin. And actually Robin had me on. And this was a way where she actually bundled. She did the telesummit, I think it was over 30 days, and she maybe had 30 different speakers. So then she could bundle this particular product, and she can cut it up in different ways. I had one as well, where she actually could bundle her telesummit and sell it to her tribe, you know. And that was, the whole telesummit thing. I should probably do a webinar on how that works. So what is it? So within the Entrepreneur, what we're going to be talking about in the Entrepreneur Bootcamp is what you'll get in each module. Module 1, we'll talk about low-end product suite idea map. You can really figure out what that's all about in terms of really brainstorming ideas out of your book, how to create it, not just what, but how to create the low-end ebook, how to create the e-course, you know, and like I said, I'll have Michelle Price on, who does structural design, on how to really create that, what software to use in order to create it, how to create a low-end coaching program. which is one of the things that both Michelle and I will talk about, Sell More Books University, in terms of actually how to put that together. And that's like a coaching program example. The Pam Perry mentoring one is a coaching example of a group coaching program. And also too, the Authorpreneur Bootcamp is an example of a group coaching program. So module 1, what we're going to go over am I almost there? In module 1, what we're going to be is like going from confusion to clarity when planning your product mix. So that's what we're going to go over: assessing what you already have, how and where to use it, how to get the idea mode and into actual product creation. That's where I find most people are stuck in, like, I've got this great idea. It's like, okay, let's pull the trigger. Let's get going. Where to find rich material to mine, sources that you may not have considered. We're going to go over that. How to tell if your product mix hits the mark for both you and your clients, and tools that make the process easier, because if it's too hard, we won't do it. So we want to make sure that we use the right ones. And then 5 questions that you need to ask yourself to ensure that you have a winning mix. Okay. And that's just really in the first phase of the boot camp, in phase 1. Phase 2, we're going to talk about how to create your low-end ebook, quickly get a quality book out effectively. Not the book that you currently have, but another one. How to create a memorable book that will help or strengthen your brand. All right, considering the right title. Like I said, mine was 115 PR tips on how to brand your ministry. That was a quick ebook to do, and it was just a tips booklet. Branding and pricing your ebook, 7 do's and don'ts for pricing it. Don't try to make a whole lot of money on the ebook. Remember, you're using it as a product that really generates larger revenue for you. Planning your book from cover to cover. That's so important. Strategy. Simple launch secrets on how to promote it, which is obviously the whole boot camp that I had on PR and marketing. That was just a whole boot camp by itself, but I'll give you some simple things that you could do right now. And then as a bonus, I'll actually give those out, the PR boot camp lessons on that. So that comes with that as well. And then tying your book to your next level or your sales funnel. The sales funnel. It's one of the things I talk about and what you need to know. And model 3, we'll go over how to create your low-end course. And this is where we're going to have Michelle Price on. She's going to talk about how to create an e-course to cement your branding and delight your customers. She's going to using the right e-course to, define your ideal client, how to quickly create the e-course, the sources, how to name it, how to actually outline it, and that's where she shines. I mean, she knows how to outline it. Like I said, she's a black belt in terms of design, how to redefine the process, and then the get it done list, fill in the blank approach. Because the whole thing behind the boot camp is like to get it done, right? You're getting ready to get it done, and then putting the course together, making it so that it's light, so that you can teach it. And then the last one is how to create the coaching program. The coaching program into 2018 is really, really the main thing, because you want to be able to teach, and then not just teach one-on-one, but actually in a group, creating just the right group coaching program for your sales funnel positioning. And I think everybody should have a group coaching program. Low end, high returns, how to keep it simple, breaking down your program for the perfect mix, ways around the tech stuff, because I hate the excuses like, I can't figure it out. It's so many things that we can help you with. You just have to ask, and you have to show up in order to go up. Where to find the team. If you need people to help you, we've got that. That's not a problem. You just need to raise your hand and say, I don't have one that can help me with. We can help you with the team. Pricing and setting up the group coaching, the secret to making real money with the model, and then putting it all together for the perfect product mix. That's easy. Learn the system. Get past the analysis paralysis. That's what this boot camp is about. Analyze it, looking at this, redefine it. Just get going. How to know, we're going to give you shortcuts, secrets to really make it up and get it up and going. You'll be so happy once it's up. It's like, oh my God, why was I waiting so long? Gain a reputation for quality, low-end products. One of the things that I just pride myself on is that people say that the things that you really share are really, really good. They really, really have helped me. And that's really my gift. I want to help people, but you have to show up to go up. And then attract the right audience, those who will faithfully come back over and over again. I've had clients I've had for years and refer me to other clients as well. So again, those that show up, go up. This whole product creation boot camp, Authorpreneur boot camp, starts on Halloween. which is October 31st. Bonuses if you sign up today. Like I said, you get the sales funnel. This one here, yay! And you also get a strategy session with me one-on-one via the phone. And then also too, like I said, you'll get the PR boot camp audios as well. Those are 4 weeks as well of how to actually do the promotion and the PR for the things that you actually need in order to get going to promote it. Because this one is different than the PR boot camp, and it's a little bit more intense in terms of really how to go beyond just promoting a book. It's really about how to really make money with your content creation, and really getting a sales funnel that knows how to make money from the information that you already have. You're just delivering it in different formats. So the course creation over the 4 weeks, we're going to meet every Tuesday from 7 to 8. We'll have some things in between that you can do. We'll deliver them all in audio, video trainings to you so that you will have them. And so that is it. If we don't have any questions, let's see here. Participants. Okay, I want to, hey, if you all have questions, let me see if I can put it in the chat over here. There you go. So you can put those questions over there to the side. Any questions? So if you see, oops, any questions here? Any questions? Put it in the chat. All right. Hey. Excellent. How nuts? How nuts? Oh, how much? I'm sorry. How much? So for the 4 weeks it's $497. Mary. Yeah, I saw, because I was like, how nuts? Yes, it's $497. Like I said, you get the bonuses and you get a one-on-one consult with me as well. There any other questions? Seem like I can't get to. I'm gonna put the link here too as well. Okay, Authorpreneur bootcamp.eventbrite.com. Is that, nope, that didn't show up. I'm gonna hyperlink it, okay, so that you can actually Authorpreneur bootcamp.eventbrite.com. All right, there you go. It's yes, there are payment plans, Mary, so just email me and I could set one up for you. All right, I'll put my email there so that you could do the payment plan. Okay, cool. And the, oops, I love this this Zoom thing. The Zoom is actually here because I see you guys here, but then I also see you guys, see some of you in Facebook, but I see most of you over here in Zoom from the email. So if you're not on my email, those who are watching on Facebook, make sure that you go to PamPerryPR.com so you can get on my email list, and make sure that you get notices. So with those that are in the mentoring program, they'll get this recording. Like I said, when I started this on Facebook, only the people that were signed up for the webinar got it from the beginning. Facebook, I had to take it out of private and put it in public. But those that are in the mentoring program, they actually get the recording, the full recording, and then those that actually were on the email list saw it from the very beginning. Sorry, Facebook, but that's okay. Hey. It's only through you on Facebook. I probably should have did, oh, here's a comment on Facebook. The very beginning. Sorry, Facebook. Hey, Raquel. Hey. All right, let me take that off. It's only through you on Facebook. I probably should have did, oops. Oh, here's a comment on Facebook. All right, too much stuff going on. Yeah. All right. All right, so if there are any other questions, ask away. I see ask away on the webinar here. Mary had a question and I sent it back to everyone here. And I see that there are some people here. If you can't figure out which way to go, if you don't know whether to go through Facebook or Zoom, I love technology, so if it's confusing, it's okay. But you know, you can always just email me if you're feeling like overwhelmed at Pam@PamPerryPR.com. I'm gonna pull this out. the all right. Oh, here it is. Okay, great. All right, good, good. All right. So if there are any other questions from me, I'm gonna pull this down from the beginning. So we just went over here we go. The 5 secrets of being an awesome authorpreneur. Oops, didn't want to do that. Oh, okay, you're on. Okay, so how do I get you? You're on the phone. So that's a good question. Let me pull this down. See if I can. Then all right. Disable audio options. Okay, let's see. Computer audio connect. Okay, let me see if I can add it. Phone. No, that's just for me to connect the phone. You can't type it in the chat box. Well, just shoot me an email, okay? Or either put it in the Facebook group for the mentoring group, because I can only see screen. And this was what the mentoring group said. They said they'd rather have the Zoom than the phone. I was like, okay, but there's going to be some people that won't be on their computers. And so anyway, so I wanted to make sure that that was something where everybody could participate in. Let's do a poll, something real. Let's do Q&A. Let's do a poll. All right. So basically, all right. Hey, Antoinette. Hey, Rita. One of the things too is that 5 of you are calling in, and it's actually on the PowerPoints were actually on the screen, and it's actually in Facebook. So one of the things that, knowing my audience, and I polled a couple of people in the Pam Perry mentoring group, and a lot of them said, I'd like to do the Zoom. And the Zoom sounds cool, but I'm looking at it and most of you guys are called in. So I'll probably do teleclasses next week because it was easier and we actually had more people on the teleclasses rather than the Zoom. The Zoom is cute. You can see my face and you can see the PowerPoint, but if I can't hear you, because the whole point of the teleclass is to get feedback from you. And so Rita, if I can't hear you, or Antoinette, if I can't hear you, then it's like, you can't ask me a question. So just want to make sure if you have a question to raise your hand, and I can probably answer it that way, because I do see that you're there but your hands aren't raised, but I don't even know if you know how to do that with the phone. So I'm going to stop the teleseminar right now, and like I said, if you go to authorpreneurbootcamp.eventbrite.com, you can actually sign up. The classes start Halloween. We're going to be going over the 4 weeks. Like I said, the course creation is so excited. We're going to have Michelle Price, who is a black belt in terms of designing actual courses for people like Jack Canfield, and how they actually make their millions in actually doing that. So excited about that. And then the other thing is you get the sales funnel planner, and then you get the one-on-one consult with me via phone. So with that, make sure you do that. If you have any other questions, you always can go to PamPerryPR.com. And then if you're not part of the mentoring program, so you can get this recording, you can actually go to PamPerryMentoring.com as well. All righty. All right. Well, you guys have a great weekend, and I will talk with you soon. All righty. All right. Oh, how do you get it out to media outlets? And you're in the mentoring program, so I'll actually answer that in our Facebook. I'll actually go on Facebook Live and answer that. Okay. All righty. So you can actually know how to do that. All righty. Bye-bye. See ya. Thanks for joining us.